Isabella Multi-Shaper 2 punch allows you to make 5 different punch shapes in an unlimited number of sizes. Let's take a look at how the punch system works here. The top of your punch snaps on with magnets, so you can just pop it right off. And once you've done that, we'll start by looking at how to make a border. We'll be looking for the border indicator along the top of our punch, and we're just going to line up our paper with those lines so that it's straight. And our punch is just going to snap into place over top. We don't need to worry about lining it up or anything. Those magnets will just pop it right into the correct position. We're going to press firmly on the top of the punch with the heel of our hand. And you can hold the base of your punch in place so that your back doesn't pop up. Once you've made your first punch, you can remove. You've got your design here. And we're going to be sliding it to the left to look for this border image. We're going to be looking for that little green image at the center of our punch. We're going to line it up there. Now the green image is slightly raised, so if you put your finger there, you're going to be able to feel it. Make sure it's in line. Along this side, you can make sure the edge of your paper is lined up with that line on one side so that it's straight, and you're going to continue. Now you can make a border of any size here. I'm working with use them for anything pastel papers. You could use this for card making, for punt. Now you can punt a border punt, size punt, working with punt, use punt, anything punt to be papers, punt. You could use card making. Now you can a border size holding with use thing paper you could use Let's take a look now at creating some shaped punches. We're going to start with this 12 by 12 border paper from Pastel. Use them for anything. And the cool thing about this magnetic punch system is that you're not limited to punching along the edges of your paper. You can really line this up anywhere you want. We can just set it there. Our punch is going to snap right over the top, and we're ready to make our first punch. Now once you've got that first punch, we'll take a look at our border system here along the base, and we're going to be making a hexagon. We'll be looking for that little blue image at the center of our punch. You can line it up, and again, it's kind of raised so you can feel it if you put your finger over the top there. Get it in line. Once you've got that blue image at the center, you can snap your punch in place again and go for your second punch. And we'll continue working around. You're going to make a total of 6 punches for the hexagon. So we'll just keep rotating to the left after each punch. Now this punch system does work best with lighter weight papers. So we're using the scrapbooking papers here. You could use 8 by 8s or 12 by 12s. Doesn't matter. But those lighter weight papers do work best. You'll also notice that I'm using mostly solid papers here. Also a few lighter patterns, background patterns, and those just help to show off your punched edge. So you want to stick with those lighter patterns in the background so you don't overwhelm or distract from the beautiful border that you're getting. And there we go. We've got the punch shape here. Looks like I missed one corner there. And let me bring in a background here so you can see that border continues all the way around. We've got this nice circle at the center and then the hexagon shape on the outside. You can make the shapes in any number of sizes using this punch system. I'm going to show you how to do that in creating a triangle here. To start us off, we're going to use the border system along the top here and punch our first punch like that. And now we can decide if I wanted a very tiny triangle, I could go ahead and turn here, but we want something a little larger. We're going to use the border system to create a second punch. And we're going to stick with a triangle that's got a 2-punch length on each side. Once we've got those 2 punches in place, we're going to rotate our paper. We'll be looking for this light blue flower at the center of our punched image. So we're going to be rotating to the right this time. And again, you can feel where that image lines up. Once you've got it in place at the center, you can line up your punch again. and go for your second punch. Now we'll continue and use the border system to make that next punch along the top here. And we could keep going and make a series of 3 or 4 punches. We're stopping at 2, but we could really make this any size, so we could fit it to any sized focal that we have for our project. And that's a really cool feature of this punch. And we've just got one more using the border system at the top here. And we'll finish it off. There we've got a perfect triangle. And again, you can make that any size. We've used 2 punches here to get our shape with that beautiful border all the way around. Last but not least, probably the quickest and easiest way to add additions to your project would be using some corners. So we're going to make our last demonstration here. And you could line this up to create a very small corner or something a little larger. Let's go for something a little larger, and we're going to look to line the edges of our paper up here with those little circles of metal at the ends. Our punch is going to snap right over the top of that, and we'll punch down to create our corner. Once you've done that, you've got a beautiful corner, and you can just continue and do that on all 4 corners of your paper. It's really simple. You've got just 4 punches to create a beautiful frame. Go ahead and cut your matting to the appropriate size first, and then punch those corners, so you can really determine exactly what size you want your matting to be. This is great for photos or journaling or other focals that you want on your project. We go with our last punch, and we've got a beautiful frame here with those corners punched out. Now, as I told you, you've got 5 possibilities for different shapes you could create using this punch system. They're there along the base of your punch. And let's take a look at all of those now. You've seen how to create some of them. We've done corners, borders, our hexagon. You could also, following that same pattern, create a pentagon. We've got the triangle. And we've also got a square, and in this one I've used 3 punches to create a little larger matting. So again, any of those shapes can be created in unlimited number of sizes, and you can really make something that fits exactly the focal you're working with on your project.